Kaboom, boom, kaboom, bah, kaboom. Answer the phone. Every time you throw up, man, I was even forgetting to do that there. I was like, yeah, let's go. Answer the phone. Throw the punch, answer the phone. Don't get knocked out. Throw the punch, answer the phone. What's up, guys? GM. Well, more of a good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. Now, it could be anything. You could be any time where you are. I know over on the East Coast, it's 1 o'clock. Y'all are just getting back from lunch. Hopefully, you had some margaritas, getting back to the office. Got to do some reports, feeling loosey-goosey, baby. Let's get it. Here we go. It is, if you're here on the East Coast, you got an hour. If you're at the office, you got an hour left. So we'll spend the last hour together. Maybe we'll go a little longer. Maybe we won't. Who knows? We'll see how we feel. But I do hope that y'all are doing well. Make sure as you take your seat in the auditorium. Jake, the crypto snack finally made it. Gee, man, we were wondering where you were. No wonder we're light on the likes this afternoon. But definitely go ahead, guys. Smash the like button. You can do that very easily if you are watching on YouTube. And if you are watching on X, which yep, most people watching on X so far. That's a great spot for y'all to go in and tap the heart. And, I'm going to do something a little different than I normally do today. We're going to go with the tutorial right off the rip for you guys are feeling great or just getting started, baby. Let's go. All right. Open live video. Now, I would assume or just getting that you have got that thing full screen. Let's go. So there you go. All right, you're watching it. Open live video. Turn your phone like that. Oh, I got the privacy screen. That's why it goes like that. All right, look, and then down here, you just hit that sucker right there. Look how it turns red. All right, you're watching it. Open live video. And then you just turn your phone back. Look at that. You go full screen. You're back into action. All right. So typically we do the tutorial halfway through, but we decided to do it early today. So hope you guys are doing well. All right. What is going on? We had another red day in crypto. Everything is down a little bit. Some things are down a lot of bit. Some things are up a bit. Hey, Ondo, baby. What can I say other than it's time, and I hope that you're in. We'll get to the markets here just in a few minutes, and then we will swing it on over to do some headlines. I got a few more than normal today, but we'll breeze through them. They're nothing too in depth. There's a couple things, couple Trump stuffs. He just did an executive order, so we'll talk about that. Also made a promise at Davos this morning. We'll go through it. I'm sure you guys saw the headlines. I don't mean to tease him, but I mean to tease him. So I'm going to make you wait until we get into them. I've got the 4 reasons why XRP, listen to me now. XRP set to explode. People think $4.50 coming up very soon. That's the critical mark. I got the 4 reasons why it's going to happen. So you'll have to check back in a little bit here. Warren Buffett, is he singing a different tune? Is he getting a little, taking a sip of the rat poison? We'll talk about that. And then an article from Bitcoin Magazine, of all places, talking shit about Ethereum and their looming collapse. And so, and then as you guys know in the chat, it was like Groundhog Day or whatever, where you deja vu. We were talking about it this morning before the show, and then we were talking about, giving the coins and all that stuff. And someone was talking about Vine, and I had said, this morning on the chat before the show, I had said something to the effect of, I didn't get into Vine. I was kind of scalping and swinging with the John McAfee coin, the AI John McAfee coin, and made several Solana on that last night, and then just because I did that, I missed the Vine was already at like 300 and something million when I woke up. And so did not get into the Vine, but we'll take a look at that when we look at the charts. I will make sure, let me make sure that I add that onto Dextools so that we remember. Man, so I feel like, okay, so coming over here definitely just killed the camera, but it is what it is, I suppose. All right, we're back. It should come back. Unless we're going to have camera issues today. I'm not really sure what the problem is. We were on this one here. Let's try this. All right, give me 1 second. Play some music. Think about something exciting. I'm just going to turn the camera off and then turn it back on. Man, this thing's starting to give me a lot of fucking trouble, and it's like really obnoxious. All right, well, talk about some frustrating. Man, fuck it. I mean, it's tough to do this without a camera, but we can. And we will. Sorry, if you want to log off, you are more than welcome to. I have no clue what the fuck is going on, but we'll just break. You know what? Let's just get into the show. Enough bullshitting. Let's just bring it here. All right, I will do this. At least it's a picture of me. All right, so we got the crypto market cap. Here we go. Opened up. The market is looking. We are less than 1% down today. Let me share this tab here so you guys can see. Oh, my computer's lagging. There's an article open that I don't think the computer likes. We'll have to figure that out. All right, so here we go. We're back in action. All right. Crypto is down about 1% today. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That was silliness, but whatever. We're back. All right. So you got Bitcoin coming in at 102,800. You got Ethereum at 32.33. XRP coming in at $3.09. Man, that thing is falling. Definitely want to see that thing ripping up soon, not continuing to fall here. You got Solana 249 down 7% today. So that's a pretty decent loser as far as some of these top coins go. You got Dogecoin 34, BNB at 684, excuse me. Cardano coming in at 97 cents, almost 98 cents. Tron 25 cents. Chainlink $25. Let's look and see what anything is winning today. What we want to look at: Mantle, KuCoin, Ethereum, Ondo. There we go, baby. Number 4 in the winner circle today. Still winning nonetheless. Love to see that. What about losers? Any opportunities? FartCoin for all my DGens. Get your FartCoin. Do you have, drop it in the chat. I want to know if you've got FartCoin in your portfolio, do a +1 right now. I want to see if anybody's got the old FartCoin in their portfolio. Full transparency, I do not. I have not bought any. I've not traded any. I've not tried to scalp it. None of it. That's nothing that's been in my portfolio, but that's just me. That doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. That's just a personal strategy. So let me know +1 in the chat if you got FartCoin in your portfolio. AI16Z, man, I tell you what, this thing has just been a loser since we bought into it. A loser. Expecting a turnaround at some point. Again, it's not at the end of the day. I think it was like $500. So if it ends up just being a stinker, it's a stinker. But if it ends up coming to for we planted the seeds, and hopefully we'll get some fruit from our whatever. Hyperliquid down 10% today. Trump coin down 10%, down to $35. Man, that thing is funny. Virtuals, as you guys know, this morning got into that. That is something that I swapped my my token metrics AI coin, the TMAI, into virtuals. We had been talking about virtuals. We charted every freaking day. We've been looking at it, all that stuff. And so, I got a message from one of our mod friends, and I thought, you know what? All right, let's go. I think it was Mike. I think it was that. Yes, yeah. So virtuals, definitely looking forward to seeing this thing pump back up, because let's take a look at it on CoinMarketCap here. Let's look at the all-time. Whew, man, definitely looking forward to for this thing to kick back off, because I think the next one will be just like this, hot and heavy. We'll take a look at it when we get onto trading view, and then we can start measuring some of the moves and all that stuff. But so shout out to crew, man. Shout out to the homies for keeping me updated. Let me know, like, hey, I'm going in on this, and I think that this is a good price. Would be smart to do it. So I appreciate you guys. Anytime you ever got any advice, and hey, just remember also, I'll go full screen on this too, because I want you guys to know. All right, we are we're getting through the market update. We got a little bit more to go through that, and then we'll get through headlines, and then we're going to flip it on over to charts and trades, and then we'll do some meme coin hunting. But what I want to do is make sure that you guys drop some coins into the chat. I've got a few saved. I got Vine we're going to take a look at, and I've already added that. And then Griffin, I think is another one that I starred. And so if there are other ones that you guys want to see, make sure you drop them in the chat, and I will do my best to see them. Hopefully I will notice them, and I will star it, and then I will add it into the section for when we get to Dextools or TradingView or wherever, and we'll take a look at the charts and see. FartCoin out. You know what's funny as you say that, but FartCoin definitely outperformed a lot of people's portfolios, which is just, that's the crypto game, man. That's the way that that's the way the shit works, man. It's so wild. All right. Let's get back over here to CoinMarketCap. We were looking at something. Oh, let's look at the losers on the daily again. Anything to pick up here? Pudgy's still down, man. It could be one just to do a moon bag of at 2 cents. Just get a couple $100 worth and just see what happens, right? Like that could ride. It is a $1.4 billion market cap. At the end of the day, like how much higher is that going to go, especially because it's tied to the NFTs? It's where we are. I get that they've got probably the best chance of doing the mainstream thing. We just got through the holiday of the toys and all that stuff, and those things always found themselves on the clearance aisle. So we'll have to see. That's the way of the cookies crumblings. I tell you what, cookie crumbles on ice cream is pretty good. I will tell you that, especially like oatmeal raisin or oatmeal or chocolate chip. Man, I like cookies. I'll tell you what. All right, let's look at losers on the week. Whoa, what's that big winner? The Trump coin still up big time. Whew. All right, losers on the week. There's our AI16Z again, fucking just in our face. We got that. Pudgy is number 2 loser. Sonic Virtuals. There we go. Love to see that. Hey, I mean, you could probably slam dunk that if we get a reversal, which we probably should very soon here, market wide. That's 25%. Slam dunk it, baby. So if you were thinking about virtuals, now's your time. Now's your opportunity. I mean, it probably was a little bit earlier today, was much better for sure, but we're still not too far off. Dog Whiff, man, I'll tell you what, I thought that was going to be the bull run leader for meme coins, especially on the Solana ecosystem. But I feel like the game has changed. I feel like now it's like going back to your chart and you got to redo your lines. I don't think that makes as much sense anymore. It's a $1.3 billion market cap. I feel like there's going to be a different chosen leader at this point, but we'll see. It has been taking a beating. I love the opportunity for this thing when it does come back, that it is going to fly fast and high. And so, hey, maybe that's another one that you got a little extra soul floating around. Get yourself some whiff. IOTA, I don't want. AIOZ, I don't want. Pepe, I don't want. Curve, I don't want. Beam, I don't want. I sold my Beam. All right, Jasmine still down. This may be the zone. Well, when we get to TradingView, we'll definitely look at the chart and we'll see what we'll see where we're at there with Jasmine. See if it's getting close to our zone. All right, let's move it on over to some headlines, guys. Go ahead and smash the like button. Certainly appreciate you guys doing that. Hit the heart if you are watching over on the X. Let's freaking go. First article: executive order signed by the Trumpster himself, creating the crypto working group. Here we go. This was one of the things that we had definitely wanted to hear. Now, let's see if we got any information or if it's just, the intent of having the working group. Let's see. Thursday, signed an order to create a crypto working group, fulfilling a campaign promise. The Crypto Advisory Council expected to advise on digital asset policy, work with Congress on crypto legislation, help establish Trump's promised Bitcoin reserve, and coordinate between agencies, including the SEC, the CFTC, and the Treasury. There you go. While presidential advisory councils are now a new concept, there has never been one dedicated to crypto. But there is now, thank you to our, come on, get off there. There he is, the crypto president himself, Donald J. Trump. Let's freaking go. It's a new era, baby. This is mass adoption. You guys have heard me saying I'm super bullish. Like, it doesn't matter if we go down 1% or 2%. It doesn't matter if it's a couple days in a row. Guys, crypto is here. This is it. We have been talking about this now for months on the morning show. I've been very clear how this was. It was very clear how this was laying out, how it was the institutional guys first figure it out and kind of just make the signal that this was the move. The governments are doing it. It is happening. It has been happening, and it will continue to happen. You got the council that they're going to form, the strategic reserve news. We're supposed to see something. I know. Where is this Cynthia Lummis thing, right? There was supposed to be something this morning at 10 a.m. I forgot about that. Let's see. Let's go on. 11 minutes ago. Honored to chair the Senate. She's honored to chair the Senate Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets. I thought something was supposed to come out at 10 a.m. when she said big things are coming with the Bitcoin B. As you guys can see right here. Let me make sure I got the right screen pulled up. Yeah, there you go. So that was this morning. Big things are coming. So she was the one who at the Bitcoin conference spoke on the strategic reserve after the fact, and she drafted the bill and did all that stuff. So let's go. Big things coming, baby. All right, next article we got here came out of Davos this morning. Trump promising to make U.S. the world capital of AI and crypto. That was this morning. Speaking virtually from Washington, D.C. to an audience at the WEF in Davos, Switzerland. He claimed that U.S. energy production from oil and gas could be used to reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services and make them a manufacturing superpower. Let's go. Let's go. Do we have any fun quotes here? Man, we love quotes, but I don't see any in this article. Other than the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. That's what he said at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, July 2024. I was in the room, man. That was wild. That was very cool. It was definitely interesting, right? We've been going to the Bitcoin conferences for years, since 2018. I didn't go in 2017, but 2018 and beyond. It was the first time that I've ever had to deal with Secret Service at a crypto conference, right? And it was wild. And we also had to deal with it at the Karate Combat event too. So it was a little frustrating that we kept having, to deal with Secret Service because it's not the normal for, most of our lives, unless you, it's not the normal for most of our lives. And anyway, so, while it was much of a little bit of a hassle and you kind of had to jump through some hoops to make some, to get where you needed to be, at the end of the day, like, very cool to see where this was going, right? Like, not only was Trump there, but Kennedy was there. There was, a lot of other, I think Vivek was there in the house. And so there was this whole idea that I've been talking about as well for a couple of years, at least seems like a couple of years, is that, Bitcoin, let's use Bitcoin as the example here. For a long time, Bitcoin was a movement. And it was very, it was the cypherpunk movement, and it was all that, right? It was a movement. But at some point, and it happened around 2019, 2020, is when you noticed at the conference that it was more of a, maybe there wasn't 2020 because of COVID. Maybe I'm having a brain fart there. Maybe it was 2021. But the whole idea of when this thing shifted into an industry, it was very clear. The narrative like definitely changed. And so now, that was, I think, when we were starting to see that institutional adoption happening. And then, in the background, and the second part to what we're calling our mass adoption phase is the governmental side. And that, again, that's where we're seeing these nation states talk about Bitcoin reserves, talk about, digital assets and all that stuff. And like, it is happening. This stuff is happening. And with all of that, once they nail that down and give the final go ahead, and that's when, it becomes a normal thing. I mean, we're seeing articles coming out from Bank of America talking about, there's several things coming from Bank of America. One, they're using 100% of their internal transactions. They're using XRP, wild. Two, they are absolutely ready to. The CEO says they're ready to offer crypto to clients, and they want to take part of, like, the crypto payments and stuff. I think there was another bank that came. Let's see, bank crypto. Another bank that said that today, Morgan Stanley. Ted Pick says that they will work with regulators on offering crypto, and so you're seeing the results of all of these. Man, the camera's screwed up again. You're seeing the results of all of this stuff, and over the last several years, watching and talking about mass adoption to where we are now. It's wild. It's wild to see, and it's just like, it's here. It's now. It's happening. Mass adoption is literally happening, and we have to be ready. Like, pack your freaking bags. Shakespeare Pipe. So he assigned the we talked about his first article. We talked about the executive order was to there was the headline. It was Trump signs order to create cryptocurrency working group. So that's done. That happened already. Now we know that there are some other ones that we are expecting. So we will see about that. We will cross that bridge when we get there, baby. Next article. For my XRP bulls, baby. XRP family. XRP army. XRP, let's get it. 4 reasons why the XRP price may explode higher soon. I love this. And we know that it's 450 is the target. My personal target is $5.89. I think it's been memed into existence. Let's make it happen. Ripple has continued its strong bull run this year, outperforming other popular crypto like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It has surged by over 52% in 2024, while Bitcoin is just up 11%. Interesting statistic. Most popular altcoins have barely even moved, the article reads. Now, we'll get into a little bit of stuff from DeFi Llama here. The first major reason for XRP's upside potential is the ongoing growth of the XRP Ledger Network. Now, according to DeFi Llama, the TVL, the total value locked in its DeFi ecosystem, has risen to a record high of 82 million. We'll check out DeFi Llama in just a little bit here. The second is Ripple USD, or RLUSD, is experiencing significant trading activity while its market cap remains at 72 million. The daily trading volume has been steadily increasing over the last 24 hours. RLUSD recorded a trading volume of over 162 million, signaling active usage by holders. Let's get it. Third, there are rising odds that the SEC will approve multiple XRP ETFs this year. Canary, Bitwise, 21 shares, Wisdom Tree, and ProShares have all filed applications for spot Ripple ETFs. According to Polymark users, there is a 78% chance. 78% chance. We'll see how that changes over the next couple of weeks. The SEC will approve these funds in 2024. There we go. There's that list. I actually have, I was looking at this earlier, and I started to kind of break out kind of, which cryptos and how many ETFs they have and all that stuff. And busy year for crypto ETFs, man. This is going to be a big year. And let's see, what is the XRP price has solid technicals. Let's go. What is the fourth reason? XRP is solid technicals. Additionally, Ripple has strong technical indicators suggesting further upside in the long term. The most bullish catalyst is the formation of a bullish pennant pattern, which XRP has already broken above. And I will bring you on over here to my trading view, and you can see I've got that. I mean, that's what we're looking at, right? That's where the flag that we are in right now. We already had one of those, and you can see what happened, right? We were in this one from way back here in early December. This flag took a little while for us to get out of. We did a little bit of right here, had a little scare right here, a little touchy touch right here, and then bada boom, bada bing, flirt ski with the line, and then eventually we ripped up. Now, I think the activity we're going to see, I don't think it's going to be as long of a sideways trading pattern. I feel like it's going to be very quick. Hopefully in the next week or so, we are out of here and we are off to the races up to our next level. That is kind of the goal for my personal crypto strategy. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I mean, I'll be swinger scalp trading, right? I'm not, I've got a nice spot bag and it doesn't matter. Like, we understand where this is going, so we're not touching that. All right. Let's see. Back to the XRP article. Anything else that we need to see? Ripple has also moved in the ultimate resistance of the Murray math lines tool. I'll have to check that out. I don't know what that is. The MML identifies key support and resistance levels for an asset using mathematical calculations. Sounds like a Cardano thing. According to my calculations, we should be called the Cardano community, not the Ada gang. Smash the like button, please. Rat poison. Get your rat poison. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway takes a sip of the crypto rat poison he once said he would never go near. Now, it's not, I would say it's probably, it's not as direct as that, right? You'll hear when we get into it. It's a company that they are invested in that kind of started a crypto offering thing. So let's see. Warren Buffett's never been unclear about his disdain for crypto. Let's see. He called it probably rat poison squared. His stance about he is not a fan, yada, yada, yada. We know that. In terms of cryptocurrencies, generally, I can say with almost certainty that they will come to a bad ending. We don't own any. We're not short any. We'll never have a position in them. However, they invested in a company called New Holdings, New Holdings, a Brazilian digital banking company that had their own crypto platform and supports the crypto market. Buffett's company initially invested $500 million in a Series G funding round in 2021, followed by another $250 million. In 2022, the New launched their crypto platform, New Bank Crypto. They initially supported Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon. Now they got Uniswap and Chainlink on there. It does allow users to send, receive, and convert crypto. So there you go. They increased their holdings in New from 0.1% in the fourth quarter to 0.4%. All right, so they threw some X's up there. New Holdings didn't immediately respond to the request. Of course they didn't. They probably are under some kind of shut the fuck up. Well, there you go. He's got the... I get in enough trouble with things I don't know something about. Well, that's fine. I think that, at some point that strategy has to change. Like, it's not just going to be old tech that just keeps coming out. And, I know that, listen, he's very successful. He wrote the book and, he did it all right. And he still gets his McDonald's breakfast with the correct amount of change based on the market every morning. Like, we get that. That's fine. There's new pioneers in the crypto space, so it's good to see that their companies are investing in some digital asset stuff. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? And this is probably more for the sake of mind for people who are invested, like-mindedly with Berkshire or of that age group or whatever, saying, "Oh well, if they're gonna do it, then it's okay for me." I don't know. Maybe. If you told me you own all the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? I'd have to sell it back to you one way or another. It isn't going to do anything. That was back in 2022. Well, at $100,000 a pop, buddy, looks like he done fucked up. The Berkshire's old news? Yeah, has to be. I mean, that's just like, you gotta. I don't know what the rest of the investment strategy is like over there, but anyway, Ethereum looking to collapse, looming collapse is a lesson in blockchain integrity. This comes from the Bitcoin magazine. I love this. I think this is funny. Great competition between the old Bitcoin and the ETH people. If your founder is not pivoting to a Bronze Age mindset in 2025, sorry, buddy, you're not going to make it. In the world of decentralized networks, the battle lines are drawn not just between different blockchains, but within the communities they spawn. Bitcoin, having weathered its own civil war, has emerged stronger, proving its resilience and commitment to the principles of decentralization, freedom, and truth. Ethereum, on the other hand, is currently embroiled in internal strife, revealing a stark contrast in community ethos and leadership philosophy. Whew. I love this. The explicit non-goals for the Ethereum Foundation. This comes from this is like I can't believe that this actually came from Vitalik. I thought this was pretty funny. Execute some kind of ideological vibes pivot from feminized WEF soy boy mentality to bronze aged mindset. And so I want to know. Let's see. What? No, that's weird. Bronze age mindset. So I don't know what this is. I've never heard that before. You don't need to look at it. There's like really nothing. Bronze Age Mindset is a book by Bronze Age Pervert. Okay. Well, that is certainly not what we're looking for. I wanted to know what Bronze Age mean. Like, what does that mean? Like, is it like your statue phase? Like why they would make a statue out of you? Is that what that means? What do you guys think? Toxicity in this context comes a virtue and favors those willing to speak uncomfortable truths and maintain the integrity of the blockchain's original vision. All right. Well, listen, you all know that, like, I mean, the Ethereum price has not performed well. The retail crew does not need Ethereum. There are a gazillion other offerings that people love to use that are cheaper and faster. No one fucking wants to deal with gas that's $300 to $500 to execute a swap. That's ridiculous. That's not maintainable. There is no longevity in that whatsoever. And so the problem is when more people use it, it gets more expensive. So Ethereum is not going to die. It's just going to go enterprise because who cares? Bronze Age came third in the race after Silver Age and Gold Age. Thank you, Honk, Honk, Honk. I appreciate you, man. That solid. Sage wisdom. Anybody else knows? So, all right, Ethereum smoked. Here we go. I told you about this one in the beginning of the show with our deja vu moment. I made a couple Solana on this last night. People were skeptical. I know Janice posted a video today. I happened to I had the pleasure of getting to interview and chat with John McAfee several times throughout my early crypto days, and he was always such a good fucking guy to me. Never had any problems. I had his personal cell phone number. We actually used to text message back and forth. He was a great guy. And so, when I had seen that stuff come out, I was in at a $6 million market cap. And I think I even posted, I could even look at this. That thing ran up to 100 million. I didn't hang on that long, but I hung on there pretty high up. And that was a good one. I even tweeted it the moment I got in. I said, hey, listen, if John's legacy and Janice want to launch a coin AI, wasn't a scam. I mean, it wasn't a scam. Now, some people are thinking that the accounts are hacked, but that's not. Again, she came out with a video. So, okay, here we go. Hong Kong got it. He actually got a time. Here we go. I'm going to put this up for anybody that wants to see this on the screen too. The Bronze Age. The Bronze Age was a historical period characterized principally by the use of bronze tools and the development of complex urban societies, as well as the adoption of writing. Okay. All right. Cool. 3300 BC to 1200 BC was the Bronze Age. All right. There you go. So also there was the Vine co-founder Russ Yusupov also launched a coin too. That thing, as you guys know, was that was a super high market cap this morning. I did not get into that one, and I think it's still pretty much hasn't really moved throughout the day. I'm wondering if the juice is squeezed out of that one. If that one's done, if you got to watch out. So we'll get over to that in a second here when we start looking at charts when we open up Dextools. So, well, actually. Oh, one more thing to cover. This was Frederico over at Femex, as you guys know, always check, make sure you got the right accounts here. This is the Frederico 0x account, the CEO of Femex. They had an issue today, so just make sure all of your stuff is safe. I know that mine is. But he said, hello, as we look into a report on one of our hot wallets, rest assured our cold wallets remain safe and can be checked by everyone here. We'll post more updates shortly. You click this, that takes you to the proof of reserves, and it shows you exactly, that they've got more than 100% reserves for what customers are holding there on the site. And then a little bit ago, 3 hours ago, he said, hello, all. We are, here, let me open this up. Hello, all. We are currently carefully testing our system to reprise withdrawals as soon as possible. Due to the sophistication of the threat actor, we cannot rush the stage. The estimated timeline to reprise full operations is within 24 hours. Thank you for your support. All user funds are secure. Proof of reserve below. So there you go. I believe Bitcoin and Ethereum withdrawals are open. I can check my message here. As of now, Bitcoin and ETH inflows deposits are resumed. So you can deposit Bitcoin and Ethereum, probably holding off on everything else. And so we will get more information on that as the situation is resolved completely and we are good to go. But I just want to let you guys know that there was an issue on Femex. However, all of your funds are SAFU. SAFU. All right. Well, this is a great time for me to zoom in the camera a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Much better. All right. Great time for you guys to go ahead and smash the like button. Do the heart hitting over on X. We did the tutorial in the beginning of the show, so I hope you caught that. There are quite a few more of you now watching it. However, it is not that hard. Just turn your phone, hit the heart, turn it back, tag some friends, yada, yada, yada. Also, it is time to get in some charts. Make sure that you guys do subscribe to the channel as well. If you're just now tuning in and you didn't know, we also have, look at this. I can do this. So here's this show, but I also have the Web3 Breakfast. So that is at 9 a.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so that you get a chance to come to the table and hang out with us. There is also a Twitter space that runs along at the same time as that show. So if you ever want to participate in the show, all you got to do is then log in over on X, raise your hand, come up to the stage, and come party with us. And so thank you guys so much for being here. I do like to say, listen, at the end of the day, and I know the end of the day is different and relative to everybody else, but figuratively speaking, at the end of the day, you literally could be doing anything on the planet right now, but you've chosen for whatever reason to spend some time with me and the community here, and hopefully you are chit-chatting with the crew over on YouTube. I don't think it's as active, the chat over on X. I could be wrong. I do see messages here and there, but certainly not as active as the YouTube folks. And so you guys are more than welcome to figure out the community that you most want to be in. But I will tell you that I very much appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And so you can do me a solid and also yourself a solid by hitting the like button on the video. All right, let's look at some charts. It's all about the chart, baby. All right, now there we go. Here was our we were looking at that XRP chart. So as you can see, we were talking about how we got out of this one kind of like bullish flag, and so now we are in another one. What's going to happen here if we come down? And before we go any farther, I just want to make sure that you guys understand what we do here, right? In case we did talk about it a little bit this morning on the breakfast show. Just a little bit, but this is kind of what we do here on the afternoon show. So we've got our lines drawn, right? And maybe you want to get an entry, or you're trying to help someone figure out a good entry point for XRP. Well, here we go. As you can see, this chart, as we've drawn it here, we'll start it right here with this first dip. We've got the touch point, Obviously blasted through there, another touch here. So what were to happen if we see another retrace? Well, about 7% to the line, in a couple days. And so anywhere between now and then, if we were to see a sharp dip, another, 5 to 7% dip, 5% day with a candle, with a wick, excuse me, it could hit that. So now what we do, this is what we do on this show, is that we draw our lines. We do our work, do that work, but then back up that work so that you don't forget it. Like, you might just draw this line and then go off and do something, and then XRP dips, hits the line. That was where you were supposed to tell Uncle Jimmy to get back in or whatever, and you fucked up. Well, you don't want to do that. You want to be the trustworthy crypto guy in your family or in your circle, at your work, or whatever it is. So you do the work, right? We talk about these things. We look at this line. We always respect the trend. At some point, maybe that's the catalyst for it to go back up and break out. It comes back down here, gets its strength, and then goes, right? So obviously you're watching the chart every day, but maybe you step away for a while and there's a big movement. Look, you see these candles. This is a 4-hour chart. Maybe 4 hours you're playing golf. Maybe you're at the gym. Maybe you're on a date. Maybe whatever. This candle could happen while you're not paying attention. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you've got your trading view hooked up to your email, it's on your computer, so you hear the ding ding when the alerts go off. If you got it open, there you go. Now you're cooking with peanut oil. So now with XRP, because it is your obligation to tell the people in your life that they need to be getting into crypto, but you need to do it at the right time so you don't have to take shit from them, right? So you can make a good decision and say, hey, listen, I know that you're trying to get into crypto. This is what you should do. You should, and I will tell you when. This is the conversation that you're having, is that, listen, I look at these charts every day, and I will know that if we go down to the trend line and then boom, we hit that trend line, that's going to be a good time to really start paying attention, because if we bounce off it, that's there you go. But if we break through it, then we've got to go back and do some more work. But at the end of the day, it seems like we just hit the trend line and we go. And so that's the kind of advice that we got to start giving everybody, is like, let's make smart decisions. Don't just get in now. Don't just do it. I understand that's hype. There's FOMO, there's FUD, all that shit you got to pay attention to. But if you're trying to optimize and maximize your gains, you got to be paying attention to what you're doing. All right. I don't know why I went on a rant. I got upset with someone. None of you. Maybe I'm eating cookies. Honk, honk, honk. I want a cookie. What kind of cookie you got? Yep. Yes, you did. Mike Vollmer, Mike V, my guy, told me about virtuals today. But isn't there a massive cup and handle forming on the entire crypto market? Ooh. We don't like that. What else we got here? XRP doing a pack, man. I'd love to see that. Get it up there, man. Butter shortbread cookies. All right. Who else likes eating cookies? Drop them in the chat. I want to know. I am, like, right now, I am an oatmeal cinnamon cookie kind of guy. I do love chocolate chip cookies, but at this particular moment, I'd rather have oatmeal cookies, because I am currently snacking on, every now and then when I get home, I take a couple little baby handfuls of some of the Ghirardelli milk chocolate chips. And I will tell you what, I know milk chocolate is not the chocolate that people should be eating. It should be dark chocolate because of cacao and all that stuff, but I don't care. I eat a very good diet, and this is my one little thing that I have, is I've always been a chocolate chip eater. I love chocolate chips. I will tell you, those Ghirardelli milk chocolate chips are something else. They don't have a whole lot of ingredients in them. So it's, you're not eating a bunch of bullshit. Some other chips are bullshit. These things are like the real deal, and they are so good. So if you need a new chocolate chip in your life, you spring for the Ghirardelli ones. All right. Oatmeal raisin. Yeah, a lot of oatmeal raisin. Listen, I like oatmeal raisin. However, oatmeal cinnamon is really good, and you could probably still put the raisin in there. I think we were just out of raisins the last time, because our daughter, we get the thing from Costco, and she just crushes raisins. And sometimes I will too. You can just take yourself a handful of those suckers. And then also, Whitney's been making this granola stuff. It's really good. And we've been making our own. It's use a lot of raisins and like cranberries and dried blueberries and stuff. Man, it's good. It's good to have all that kind of stuff in the house. Some dried fruits. White chocolate macadamia. I don't know about white chocolate and macadamia. I know it's a good. I've had good white chocolate macadamia chips, cookies, but that's not something that I'm reaching for. That's for sure. But I respect it as a cookie. I will tell you that is a respectable cookie because those macadamia nuts are not cheap. All right, let's look back at the charts here. We can look at Bitcoin and see where are things. Bitcoin's at 102,900. So kind of struggling a little bit over the last 4 hours. We've had 2 red candles in a row. So after a nice little pump ski here that took us from 101 back up to 105, but struggle over the last 8 hours. Let's see what happens. The trend lines are not really, it's not dire. It doesn't look like it's pointing down. We're not expecting a crash. So just a little bit of a consolidation here. As you can see, we've got something like that. Oh, I'd even be willing to draw something like that. Oh, is Bitcoin in the triangle of love? I think so. I don't know if this is real, but this is real to me. I mean, we are making lower highs, but we are also making higher lows. And so let's come to the triangle of love here. Let's see what happens. Oh, in the triangle of love. That didn't work. I had something else in my head there and immediately knew that was not going to work. So I apologize, doing just rewind, delete, boom. All right. Bitcoin. Let's see what happens over the next couple of days. When is this? This is by Saturday, January 25th. So we should know something in the next couple of days. Hopefully, we'll hang on to this trend line up here, and that's a good indicator that you could maybe even get ready to put in a long, as long as we hold that trend line. So there's Bitcoin, possibly getting ready for a breakout. What do you think? Should we call it now? Bitcoin breaking out. Bitcoin's breaking out to 118. I didn't mean to draw that. I meant to zoom down. Yep, it's going to go boom, 118, baby. Let's go. I like that. I love you, Brian. You're funny. We've tapped 100 so much. You're right, Jake. So at some point, we'll have to either drop down to get some more momentum, or we're just going to break right through. It's got to happen soon. 108's the number, and we have definitely been flirting with it. So as you can see, Bitcoin in the triangle of love, getting ready to hopefully punch out. What do we think? Is Solana the same boat? There we go. Solana, same thing. Riding the triangle of love. And I don't know if this is science, baby, but I tell you what, we can be doctors today. When it looks official to me, it looks like we have got ourselves until, about the same time frame, really. I would expect this thing to rocket ship up. 350 coming in soon for Solana. Let's go. Love triangle. Yeah. Bitcoin. It's a triangle formation, right? So here's the third wall. So here's technically, here, I will draw you technically what I consider the triangle of love is this, right? And so, you could argue that once this formed right here, with confirmation here, that this is where come on. As you guys know, it is just forming. This is another one. Lower highs, higher lows. Ondo. Oh, man, I feel like we're doing the same. Is every coin doing the triangle of love on me? Pith is not. Pith is just dog shit. Remember, we're not concerned. We just don't know why it's not performing like at all. If Chainlink's just stealing the thunder, it could be. It could just be that Chainlink's got all of the attention on it, and we're gonna have to wait until later in the cycle for Pith. I don't know. But I tell you, I got a big bag of pith, and I'd rather put it into something else that's going to move. So some point you got to make a decision, right? And if I've got to be the sacrificial lamb, if I've got to do that for all of you pith heads, even though I was here when we invented the name of the community, the pith heads, uh, I don't want to be. I don't want to be. What I would do is probably just have you guys set a collection of, like when you go to church, the offering, just set a collection of pith. I will sell mine, and then you guys just have a bag ready for me. But the selling of my bag will be what triggers pith's launch. Because I really think pith is going to have a massive run at some point. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do, but we'll see. All of the indicators still pointing down on this. Let's zoom in on that just to make sure. I mean, we'll see, right? This could be a time for it to turn around and correct. The fact that it has dropped, and you've heard me talk about this before, dropped so much lower than what it was doing in the fall time, is wild to me, because everything else is like way up above, or at least at it, not like below it by several percent. H bar taking a little bit of a hit today. This thing has dropped down. We saw that we were tracking this thing kind of in the triangle of love as well, but definitely broke through. So this is back into the range that it was in from December, right? Obviously, it had a nice run up here that broke through its support, because we can go back here and show you all the times that it touched it. It had a touch here, 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 and that's when it broke up. And then now we're back down. It's been flirting with it, but we're back down to here. So playing in this range right here with H bar, that we've got an alarm set for this down here. So if H bar wants to drip down here, like, there's a high percentage chance that even if it does come down a little bit below the line, it's not going to go much, and it's not going to stay for a while unless there's a fundamental problem. And if there's a fundamental problem, then we got problems all over, most likely. And it's either time to get out of H bar completely, or it's time to get out of the market. And I don't think either of them are the case at this particular moment, nor do I think if we hit here. But so that's the whole idea with H bar is I got a bag. I will add to my H bar bag if we can get it down here. I also got word that Jasmine was getting close. As you can see, we had created a floor for ourselves, so that alert has been going off every time it pierces through right here. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. But so now we are in our zone, our pickup zone for Jasmine. I am, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, but I don't care. I want to catch it down here at this line here at the low 2-cent range. And so, some of the indicators are starting to point up, but that doesn't mean anything. It may be pointing up and then come back down. And so we are, the trend itself is down on this one, right? Let's zoom a little bit out here. So this, I mean, honestly, it's like the same shit we talked about yesterday with it. It's just down a little bit lower in the zone. So we're still waiting to pick up Jasmine. I haven't picked it up. Karate is down. Virtual. This is one that, I told you we got this morning. I got the call from Mike Vollmer that we were in the right price zone, so we got in. So I'm in virtuals, about $1,000 worth. Is what I got in. I got out of the Token Metrics AI project, which we took a haircut on, but at the end of the day, it's fine. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I feel like most of these coins just need a market-wide correction. So we'll start, I'll start clearing the trade up on this one, and we'll get a whole new zone set up, because this box that we bought in was the golden 618 Fibonacci from the previous move. Now, it had since had a little dip and a rip, kind of reacting almost in the same way. You could see the sharpness of those lines coming down, right? And so it's kind of broken out from that trend, but on its way back down. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we DCA in a little bit, and we just hang on and see what happens. But market-wide correction, I think we're all in store for. What does Jasmine do? Jasmine looks like dog shit, and it just waiting. waiting for now. That's what it does. But that's a really good question, Honk. Maybe it is like the whole thing that, like, one of the narratives that I always had with Jasmine, and listen, if the narrative comes to fruition, the whole idea of it's like part of the, it would be part of the Japanese culture to embrace this. This is how it was explained to me. And so it would be something that, would just fly off the shelves as far as attention goes. Is its time in the sun done though? I don't know. Are we smoking hopium waiting for this thing to rip? Potentially. The chart looks like dog shit, I will tell you that. Let's go to Coin Market Cap to do that. It's like the Jasmine chart and the ICP chart look the same. I'm like an old guy. I just say like the same things. But this is what concerns me, right? This is what concerns me about Jasmine. This is the all-time chart dating back to, this thing starts on CoinMarketCap in February of 2021. Now, if you go to the year, things look better, right? Things look better on the yearly. Still not perfect. Still not perfect, though. But at the end of the day, if this thing does shoot back, because you got to think, and why I say that is that we had a rise from wherever it was, from the ashes up to about 2 cents. And then there was an accumulation zone from March to May. And then there was the pump in May to the beginning of June. And then accumulation, it was a retrace and accumulation until November. And then a pump in November that lasted to December. And then we are in that kind of retrace and accumulation zone. So depending on how long it's going to be this time, I think the idea of, a shorter window of consolidation, because we're technically in a bull run, but we'll see. They have a nice website and some connection with a Sony executive. Yeah, but at the end of the day, does the Sony connection even matter now that Sony's got Sonium? I think at one point that was a huge selling point. Like, oh wow, we've got Sony. It doesn't matter. Sony's doing their own thing. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some interaction with companies here and there because it's collaboration or whatever. But like, I just don't see the Sony narrative being anything that's special anymore. So, all right. Were there any other charts that we wanted? Oh, yeah, we got to check this one. Moonwell. Here we go. So Moonwell, this was one of our coins of the day from yesterday that we got, a community coin of the day. And we want to get into this. We want to get some Moonwell. However, we want to buy it in the purple zone. So as you can see, we are on the 4-hour chart. Yesterday at 4 p.m. was like around here. Oh, that's what this line is. So this line is where we put it at the show, saying, all right, let's cheapen the trend is going down. Oh, shit. The trend is going down. So as you can see here, this line right here, we'll make it that one right there. So this blue line is kind of where we were talking about this yesterday. This was in the 4 o'clock hour yesterday. Over here. Like right over here. And so the trend going down. So we said, all right, historically we have some support levels in here, starting here to down here. So we're going to wait. We are going to wait for Moonwell to get into here. And what do you think we did? What do you think we did on these purple dotted lines? We set alerts. We set an alarm so that when it happens, we get notified. Because I honestly will tell you, I didn't think about Moonwell one time today until I looked at the chart right now. Now, had I gotten an email saying, Moonwell, your alert was triggered. Then I would have said, hey, we're in business, baby. Let's go. Let's start looking because we are at the top of our zone. But there you go. To each their own. I'm just telling you guys, the whole point is to do the work in advance. Let's trade and buy crypto smart, not hard. Let's not overspend. Let's if the trend is down, wait a few days. There's no need to get in now. And I understand things could reverse, but let's use this stuff and make educated decisions. So it seems like everything that when we put in the work, when we talk about it now, sometimes we get a little greedy where we set our levels a little low, and that's okay. I've been here for a while. I'm jaded. I always think that it's going to dip a little bit more than it does. You buy the dip and it dips some more. I bought that dip and it kept dipping. There's the meme about all that kind of stuff. It's true. So anyway, Cookie Dow. Smash the like for Cookie Dow. If you like Cookie Dow, not cookie dough, Cookie Dow. All right. Let's see here. I am meaning to do this now. We want to go to Dextools and let's look at some meme coins. And then we're going to be pulling up some of y'all favorites. Here we go. This is the first one we wanted to pull up. Vine sitting at a 200. Oh, okay. So it's down. All right. Let's get it off the daily. Let's get it on the hourly. So we can stretch this sucker out. So here is Vine. I had seen this morning when I woke up at 6. So here was this candle was when I woke up, and I thought at that point I am out. So it kind of feels like, in my opinion, and this seems like a let's get a line here. Like you've had a low there. I would say that this thing is on its way back down, I would think. That's what it appears to be like for me. So if you had missed Vine this morning and you're like, well, shit, dude, it's only 260. You were just talking about 330 million. Yeah, potentially it could go back up. But I would say that, you got to remember that, what is this thing going to do? What do you get? What does it do? Is it just some hype from this morning? Is move on? Time to move on to another shitter? Something to think about. I moved on from the McAfee coin. I don't even know where it's at in this afternoon. That's sometimes you just got to move on. It might have gone to a gazillion dollars. I don't know. All I know is that I made a couple sold and I moved on, and that I'm done talking about it now because I'm sure DJ and Brian is done hearing me talk about this. It's like 3 times today. All righty. Anything else worth looking at here on our list? Not at all. Everything is getting smoked. How's our VHS? VHS up 2.5%, a little bit more than 2.5% today. Let's look at the daily so we can see where things are, because we've got some. There we go. Daily candle looks a little bit nicer. So as you saw me tell you yesterday, we have been making on our dips higher lows, which is a great thing. And so VHS keeping moving up. This to me, it was a very natural tweet that I had this morning. It was comparing the two. Let's pull it up actually, and then I got to look up some of your guys' favorite coins. I know that we've got to do that, and I'm running late. All right, profile. Where is it? Here it is. Share this tab. It's this right here. What nostalgia play? What's the better nostalgia play right now on Solana? That was this morning, a little bit later. So maybe it was a 200. So it was a little bit higher now than what it was when I tweeted this out. VHS was at a $2.4 million market cap. Vine was at a $230 million market cap. It looks like the Vine folks won. They had a 3-to-1 ratio. Let's go back to the chart and see what VHS is sitting at. Market cap went up 2.6 million, so we went up a little bit. Both went up a little bit. Here you go. A good day for Solana meme coins, maybe. But all right, anything else on our list that we want to look at? Not today. Not today. All right, what do I have here, guys? Now's a great time. I've got a couple coins. We looked at Vine, so I got that one. Let's look at Griffin. Grifffain. I don't know what that means. Griffin on Sol. Here we go. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring this one up. DJ Brian, is this the right one? Let me know in the chat if you're still here, if this is the right one. We'll take a look at it. I mean, the chart looks pretty good, considering it didn't dinosaur tail off. A Betamax is like old tapes and shit. I remember Betamax, for sure. But this chart doesn't look terrible if this is the right one. Looks like you got about a $500 million market cap. You got $12 million in liquidity. Less than $1 billion is the total supply. They're all in circulation. There you go. We can take this one on the watch list and see what it does. I like marking where, all right, when we talked about it, it was right here. So that's where the price is now. We have what looks to be a resistance level here. We'll make that yellow. We have got support there. We'll make that orange. We've got, let's do another support right here. And then we'll do one more. We'll do the bottom, plunge protection. There you go. All right, so these are our zones that I'm looking at on this coin. I hope this is the right one here. And so if we see any kind of corrections happening, because this thing's been going up, however, what you see is it goes up and then down, and then up and then down, and it's climbing up, down, up, down. So this thing is pretty patterned. This may be the time. Who knows if it's done going down? I mean, the wicks are pretty long, but this could be the time where it's down, and then it's time to go back up. I think what you would want to do is get out your measurer and start measuring these moves and seeing if there's any kind of correlation to percentages or times or time frames or whatever. And that would be the one. That would be it. Let's see here. No other coins in the chat. All right. Hey, I'm actually really happy that you guys put your favorite cookies in the chat. That means that we are, no matter how we slice it, we got an amazing group of foodies, and I love that. All right, that'll wrap it up for today then. Doge is up 400%. What? Like right now? Come on, man. I don't. What is the time frame on that? Nah, man, he's smoking. DMG is smoking. Unless it's up 400% on like the year or something. Yeah, it's up 350% on the year, fam. Coming up here, getting our hearts beating. Because that could have been a key driver that Bitcoin's getting ready to rip too. If all of a sudden Doge went up at 4x, man, that'd be wild. Wild. Anyway, you're good. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, I like to think y'all could be doing anything in the world, but you came to hang out with us. You came to hang out and watch me talk crypto and chit chat and look at charts and all that stuff. Let's try to find some more opportunities to make some money. Let's crush this bull market. Guys, remember, always, always, always try to be better every single day. 1%. We're going to have those days where we take our steps back. That's fine. That is totally A-okay. You got to have those days to appreciate the good ones, if you know what I'm saying. So that being said, I hope that you can find something in your day today that you can improve on tomorrow, or maybe that you improved on from yesterday. It's how it works. And so just keep pushing those things together, man. And that frown may turn upside down. All right. I appreciate you guys. All things said and done. We will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for Web3 breakfast. Do yourselves a favor and have a great night. Thank you.